What up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys review number 23 in my 12th annual 31 Days of Horror. The 31 Days of Horror from last year that we never finished up. We're finishing it up now before this year's 31 Days of Horror. So, the film that I am reviewing today is Drag Me to Hell from 2009, directed by Sam Raimi. This was Sam Raimi's triumphant return to horror. He had spent a lot of years away from horror making the Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and he returned to direct a horror film back in 2009. It was a pretty big deal that he was returning. I remember watching it back then and really, really liking it. I think I may have revisited it one other time in between then and now, but I can't really 100% remember. So I was very excited to revisit this one. It's been one I've been meaning to get back to and check out again, see if it held up. So this film follows a character named Christine Brown, who is working at a major bank. She's sort of like a loan officer type person. She approves or denies loans. She's dating this guy who, she's in love with and wants to, continue to move through life, marriage, stuff like that with this guy, played by Justin Long. And Justin Long's character comes from like a wealthy, like uppity family, where she comes from like a farm and has an alcoholic mother. So she definitely has this fear inside her that she isn't good enough or will be perceived not good enough to him or his family or both. So she's really, really trying to further herself, be more successful in her career, things like that. So she's up for a promotion at this bank, and her boss seems to be more interested in promoting this other guy who is sort of like a kiss ass and, kind of lame. And she might just not have the cutthroat nature about her to succeed in this business. So to prove herself, she tries to buckle down and really change her core values and to appease her boss and management at this bank. She runs into this elderly lady who is kind of gross. Her eyes all messed up and she's just kind of nasty. And this lady says that she needs an extension on her bank payments or loan payments or whatever, because the people are the bank's taking her house and stuff. And so Christine goes to talk to her boss, and the boss basically is testing her and says, "You make the call." So she goes back out and basically tells the lady, "No, I can't help you," but deep down inside, that she feels bad about it. So anyway, this old lady essentially puts a curse on her, and that's kind of where I'll leave it off, I guess, for the plot. It's pretty simple. It's just a traditional type of story where, you do something bad to someone with powers, and they basically curse you. Even though, like, she technically didn't do anything too bad, the woman, I guess, in the context of the movie, obviously, like, this woman needed help or whatever, but I digress. So, yeah, there's some gross moments in this. There's stuff with flies that is nasty. The old woman attacks the girl. It's pretty nasty. It sort of reminds me of, like, movies like The Ring or Smile, where there's, like, the lead characters has death coming for them, and they need to figure out how to stop it before, time runs out type thing. So she enlists help from this, like, psychic guy who begins to help her. Of course, her boyfriend doesn't really believe her. Her boyfriend's family doesn't really care for her, and she's very insecure. I think that you feel genuinely bad for the lead character. Like, you want to see things work out for her. Like, you feel bad that, this happened to her, and that, she changed her values for the pressure of the people around her and the pressure of being successful. Pretty cool themes there. But yeah, it's a pretty gross movie. It has a great ending in my opinion, and I think that overall, like, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it's very fun, and there's even some scares in it, so I think it's really good. It held up for me. The only thing I will say is, like, some of the acting is a bit, like, weird. I don't know if it's necessarily bad, but it's sort of like, it just feels slightly off at times. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and give Drag Me to Hell an 8 out of 10. I think it's really solid. I enjoyed the rewatch, so peace.